A few years ago, a young woman was yelling at me and just losing her crap, and I innocently enough said, "Dude, calm down." She said, "Do I look like a dude to you?" I said, "Well, you do have a mustache." Yeah, it didn't calm her down. So, I used to frequent a particular website, and very recently, it became a community of hate. Just hating everything indiscriminately and being very passionate about it. It was very disturbing. And one of the things was the disrespect shown towards the transgender community. Basically what they would do is insist on calling trans women he and trans men she. This all came to a head when somebody posted that Caitlyn Jenner, once Bruce Jenner, had won Vogue's Woman of the Year award. Now, I'm not going to comment on the validity of whether or not this particular individual should win the award, because all Person of the Year awards are subjective and time sensitive. The problem that I kept having is they kept referring to Caitlyn as him and as Bruce. Now, as far as referring to Caitlyn as Bruce, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Caitlyn had her name legally changed, so if you're gonna call Muhammad Ali instead of Cassius Clay, kind of a double standard. But beyond the double standard, they kept insisting on using male pronouns. But there are two parts to a person. One is their brain. The second part of a person is the rest of their entire body. This is what makes us us. Every decision, every choice, all of our personalities and memories, everything that we are is stored in and produced by our brains. The entire body, the whole shell, is to help keep this thing alive and help it survive. And that's all there is to it. There isn't anything in the body that isn't accessory to the brain or accessory to an accessory of the brain. So there are really only two ways of looking at a person: the body and the mind. Is Caitlyn man or woman? The answer is Caitlyn is either or both, which is why it makes it confusing to a lot of people. This person is genetically male, but female as far as their psychology is concerned. So you see, there's no real wrong answer to whether Caitlyn is male or female. But just because there's no wrong answer doesn't mean there isn't a disrespectful answer. When you get right down to it, another person's sex and gender have absolutely nothing to do with us. Unless we're looking for a breeding partner, it's completely superfluous. All people are equal, right? So what we have is to make a decision. Do we refer to the person as their genetic sex or their psychological gender? It's a choice between nothing that really means anything to anyone and something that means the world to the individual. It takes absolutely nothing to do a little bit of pronoun switching. Choosing to refer to somebody by their genetic sex rather than their emotional gender identity shows an absolute lack of concern for another person's emotional well-being. I don't know why anybody would choose to do that other than just to be mean. As far as my experience is concerned, I don't really care what you are. I care about what kind of person you are. I care about who you are. That's what's important to me. How we refer to folks who are transgendered is really a personal issue. It's what we decide to do. What do we want to concentrate on? Who a person is or what? Again, there's no wrong answer for whether a transgendered person is male or female. But there is a respectful one and there is a disrespectful one. Which one are you going to choose?